proof we are in World War III. The real war that's going on. Two wars simultaneously going on. Maybe wars that you didn't even realize were going on. Brandon Gentile here. Please, this is an extremely important video article, and this is affecting every single person, their lives, their livelihood, and quite honestly, the debt bubble that's on the verge of popping really threatens all of humanity. So do these two wars we're about to talk about. Believe what you see. Read between the lines. Remember all the stories and lies you've been told by politicians, media, etc. Evil exists in this world, and it concentrates in areas that can try to influence the most people possible. As Kanye West said, God is order, the devil is chaos. Nature and nature's laws are very orderly and precise. If things feel wrong and off, that is probably because they are. It is a feeling and energy you get when things are in the wrong state of vibration. That is why you can meet someone and say, you know, I just don't like their vibe. As Bob Proctor would talk about over and over throughout his 60 years of service to the personal development space and success, science of success. This is why, again, you can meet people right away and know instantly, ooh, I don't feel right, or I feel right. That's because you are on two very different frequencies. We must not be blind to the rhetoric and ideas spouted by politicians. If it feels wrong, it probably is. Use our God-given higher abilities and faculties to see what is in front of our eyes, or the things that are unseen. The higher faculties we have that no other animal has. This is so important. If you don't understand this, literally no other thing you do, your work, your job, money, family, relationships, nothing's going to make sense. Perception, reason, will, imagination, intuition, memory. You have your five sensory, taste, smell, hear, see, touch. Those are things that your conscious mind is working in. But this is your subconscious mind. This is where how your subconscious mind operates. Right here are these six higher faculties, and this is what gives people the true ability to tap into infinite intelligence, as Napoleon Hill said. But if we're not using those and we're just blindly following like sheep, as what the media is telling us, who's bought and paid for, who shapes the narrative for you to listen to. If you just blindly follow what your teachers are saying, what your professors are saying, what politicians are saying, you will not like your result. I can guarantee it. I've seen it now for the last 20 years of my life, being in business, being in the athletic world, being in pro sports, being in these worlds where you're just told what to do and follow like sheep, follow the itinerary, don't say anything, shut your mouth, and just show up. Well, when you aren't thinking, and you aren't using your actual higher faculties, the things that God gave you that He gave no one else, no other animal, then we are doing a disservice to Him and a disservice to ourselves and our families, because then we are making decisions incorrectly based off of faulty information. Currency wars always play out like this: trade war, currency war, or currency war, trade war, and then hot war. Jim Rickards has written about this three-step scenario in many of his books. Here is the video right now, 41-second video of the wiki page of me scrolling fairly fast. That's how big it is, with all the people that have given military, financial, and humanitarian aid, all for Ukraine. It's absolute insanity. And yet we sit here like, oh, I don't know what's going on. You have no idea. Just the wool being pulled over your eyes. And why is that? Yesterday, please go check out the video yesterday we did about where the world is going and what's happening and who is paying for Ukraine and what's happening. Again, remember, it's not your neighbor paying for it. It's you. I'll give you a sneaky little thing. I'll show you why that is and how that's being done, how that evil and that stealing, that theft is being perpetrated on you. It's a sleight of hand, again, and you might have seen it throughout a lot of other videos. But this is so important. If you do not understand this, again, you're going to have a total loss of freedoms. Could be life, quite honestly, and that's not hyperbole, but definitely wealth, freedoms, liberties, absolutely, rights gone. This is the battle we are in. This is central bankers trying to squeeze and destroy the middle class and the poor. This is not me saying this. This is all their books for decades, hundreds of years, saying this is what they're going to do, this is what they want to do. If we do not heed the warnings of the past, we do not heed the warnings from their own mouths, we will be subject, we will be serfs in this system. I don't know how clear I can be. All the conspiracy theories I have talked about for 20 years have come true. I am out of them. Please, if you have any more conspiracy theories, please send them my way. I am out. Again, do you need any more proof that we're in World War III? All of this, just 24, just from Biden alone, just right when he got in office. People don't even know. We were sending packages over right when he got in office. He started sending stuff over. Was that to pay people off? What's going on? People don't even know that we're sending stuff over there, let alone we started in 2021 sending packages over there. Again, like I said yesterday, imagine this was opposite. Trump was being investigated for something beforehand, or the previous president was looking at him because he was a political opponent, And then as soon as he got in power, he ends up winning, and then he's sending billions upon billions over to that very country he was being investigated about. Call me crazy. Again, got to use the higher faculties. If you need more proof, then please check that video out. We are in a cultural and spiritual battle, the likes of which the world has never seen. This is the other battle going on. If it's not the hot wars going on, the proxy wars that we're in, the actual wars, well, we are in a spiritual battle. And it has never been more paramount to stand on the side of liberty, freedom, and free market capitalism. Morality is subjectively at an all-time low. Around 30% of all internet traffic is porn, and doesn't even count the filth on the social media sites. Drug usage is through the roof. Legal and illegal drugs, mental health, and suicides are epidemic in size and scale. We have crime families running our political parties. Then you couple that with the tech and AI, and I've only scratched the surface of the trends and things that are coming, and the tech and AI that are coming, the robots running the world. And that begs the question, are those the same people above that are running the programs for these bots? I mean, what is going on right now? Here's the Nord Stream pipeline being blown up. Was it us? Is it America? Was it the West? Was it Putin? I've had many debates, and here's a video from Marty Bent being shared from about, what was this, 6 months ago? I forget when this video was. In March, I want to say. Check it out on his Twitter. It's a 30-second video or 60-second video of Biden saying, we can do it. We can take it out if we want. I mean, this is just children in kindergarten what's going on right now. It's absolutely embarrassing. I've had many debates and arguments over the years with people that things will get much worse before they get better. Reading history, as Winston Churchill says, allows you to see further back into the past, which gives you a roadmap for the future. Everything I've read shows that these cycles don't necessarily repeat, but they often rhyme, as Mark Twain said. We continue committing the sins of the past and digging holes for ourselves. Why do we continually let the unproductive class and global entities control our thoughts and actions and how we choose to live our lives? Why? 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 Why are we not questioning everything they say or do? Do we literally have that little self-confidence in ourselves that we can't make our own decisions, our own day-to-day decisions for our own life, our own healthcare decisions, what we're going to put in our body, what we're not going to put in our body, how we're going to defend ourselves, or if we're not going to defend ourselves? They literally have the worst track record on earth, politicians everywhere, yet millions continue to head back to the trough. Let's say it again. Politicians, literally, the global elite, the unproductive class, have the worst track record on earth. I mean, look at just the last year or so. Put a mask on. No, don't. Yeah, do. No, don't. Actually, they're not effective at all. The jabs are nothing. They're not. They were effective, but no, they're not. They're gonna stop all transmission and they're gonna stop all disease. No, no, they don't. Oh, I never said that. The inflation is transitory. Well, no, it's not. It's just gonna be here for a little bit. Then it's gonna be gone. Nope, now it's here to stay. I mean, what are we doing? Shame on all of us. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, or fool me 17,436 times, shame on me. How many times do we have to be fooled by the unproductive class, by these people who are no better than you and I, and yet we just give them all the credence, all the rope in the world to do whatever they want, to ruin all of our lives, to destroy businesses, to destroy families, to let loved ones die and not see them. Think about this. And we head back to the trough over and over. These people know no boundaries and have no shame. Both sides equally at fault. All sides equally at fault. All people, quite honestly. Most people. Unlike some people, though, who think we really don't have a vote. As Greg Manarino says, if you had a vote, it wouldn't count. I digress. Despicable people. As Thomas Sowell said, one of the worst things that honorable people do is trust dishonorable people. And that's basically all politics. Problem is, with social media and the internet, we now have these people out in the open, writing and doing things about how they're going to destroy everything and take power and control of the masses. It's playing out in real time, and most people still can't even see it. Many people look for something to hit them right in the face before they realize something or actually change. We're in a spiritual war, as I said earlier, that we've been talking about on this missive for a long time. We are in World War III on many fronts. I pose to you now a question. What else do you need to see in order to understand we are in a world war, in a cultural war, in a spiritual war? Again, I lay the evidence at your feet, and you can come to your own conclusion. Supposed leaders. We have people that supposedly lead us that talk about saving and helping others in healthcare and compassion and empathy. Yet every single action they take is diametrically opposed to that. Both sides of the aisle promote war and lining pockets of their buddies on Wall Street and boardroom leaders and global entities around the world. If you haven't caught a glimpse of them all flying to Davos at least once a year on their private jets, spewing carbon emissions everywhere just to meet and talk about saving the climate, I'm sure just having a cocktail together, I'm sure that's all they're doing. And then please do a quick Google search and see where all these plans are formulated at. The World Economic Forum, Davos, the Great Reset. We've been talking about this for years, years and years. It used to be Agenda 21, the United Nations. They're all in bed together. As my father says, and Glenn Beck's talked about this for a decade, more than a decade. As my father says, you read about these things in history books and can't believe they happened. It just sucks now it's happening to us, as he says, and we have to live through those times. Well, this is our Alamo. This is our Revolutionary War. This is our Great War. This is it. This is our time, the time we were born for, our Vietnam. Every generation has theirs. However, I do believe, and I know many people around the world were born for this time specifically to preserve freedom, liberty, and property for not only ourselves, but more importantly, our children and their children, and generations beyond that. We know how this ends. Good will prevail. We know how the book ends. However, it doesn't mean you can just sit idly by. We need the action, and we need good people to stand, not sit, as evil creeps around every corner of the earth. Playing from victory. This may sound scary to some, however, we are playing from victory. I will remind you of that. We have hope and have positivity. We will not be subjected to eating bugs, cannibalism, eating fake meat, feeding, Bill Gates bio formulas to our children. Nope, we won't. Period. Evil will be eliminated, but it does take action and willpower. As Navy SEALs say, the only easy day was yesterday. Each day that goes by that we do not stand and speak truth is another day that it gets harder to do so. Stay strong. Please, if you got something on this, please share it. Please like and subscribe to our channel or to our blog. If you don't like it, please let us know so we can formulate better content for you going forward. And please go watch our last video about who's paying for Ukraine, what's happening, and who's paying, and how the central banks literally, I go step by step how they're ripping you off, and how they're stealing from you, your kids, your grandkids, stealing from your retirement, stealing from everything. It's a very simple process, but it has to be explained over a 5-minute span. It's not just one little graphic you can show necessarily. So please go watch that. Please go check that out. Appreciate your time and energy. It's the most important asset we have. It's the only finite asset we have besides Bitcoin. Those are the two only finite assets in the world that humans have discovered. So please, please, please let us know what we can do better, what we're not doing well. Put your comments below so we can provide better content, more valuable content. We look forward to seeing you on the next one.